Welcome back to Euro Roundup. It's the show that takes a deeper dive into the best and worst of football from around the continent. And today, I'm joined by Christopher Hamill.
Hello, everyone.
Yes, and we kick off with Juventus, who beat Napoli 2-1 at home this weekend, don't we, Chris?
They certainly did, Pato, and it was a game full of ex-Real Madrid men, wasn't it? With Jose Callejon scoring for Napoli. You've got the likes of Sami Khedira playing the full 90 for the home side, and Higuain, of course, scoring against his old club with that left-footed blast. Bonucci also scored a wonderful goal after a failed clearance from Napoli, and that's now 22 games unbeaten at home in Serie A for Juventus, and they've won the last 6 against Napoli. Not good for the little donkeys. They've also scored 14 against them, only conceding 2, Pato.
Yes, indeed. Now, Juan Cuadrado, I thought, was excellent in this game.
He was.
Giorgio Chiellini went off injured in the 39th minute. Lichtsteiner went to centre-back and Cuadrado came on the right, and I thought he was one of the best players on the pitch. However, defence was broadly on top. There were just 5 shots on target in this game. 3 for Juventus, 2 for Napoli. And actually, Napoli led in shots overall with 12 to Juve's 10. But now, Juve are top on 27 points, Roma are on 23, and Napoli are down on 20. It looks like the title might be gone already. Higuain is in frighteningly deadly form. He's got 7 goals from 14 shots on target in the league. Last season, he got 36 goals from 83 shots on target. So when he gets it on frame, it almost always finds the back of the net. And Callejon as well, who Chris mentioned just now, he scored 7 goals in Serie A this season. That's as many as he netted in the entirety of last year's campaign. Juve on fire again, Higuain scoring. Bad times for Napoli, but good times for the Bianconeri.
Our first loser this week is the big Swede. No, not Pato, it is Zlatan Ibrahimovic. United missed a succession of chances against Burnley at the weekend. They actually created 37 to Burnley's 7, getting 11 on target to Burnley's 1, Pato. Now, Zlatan himself had a monstrous 12 chances, including that scissor kick at the back post, which Tom Heaton delightfully kept out. Now, this is the most chances United have created in a single game since Opta records began, and it's the longest that Zlat has gone without a goal since 2007 when he was with Inter Milan. Pat, dreadful times for the men in red.
Yeah, though they've actually had 61 shots in their last 2 games, so we would expect these to start finding the net at some point. But this poor run is clearly affecting the team. Jose Mourinho was sent to the stands in the second half, while Ander Herrera was sent off a little bit harshly for a poor challenge. But people will say Burnley defended well in this game because it ended 0-0. But let's be honest, that's not true. Tom Heaton had himself a game. But frankly, United battered them, and on another day, this could have been any score at all. However, Man United are now down in 8th. They're 8 points off the top 3. They're behind Watford, and they have a goal difference of just +1. They've gone 4 without a win in the league. But can Mourinho pull them out of the nosedive? Where can he take them this season? Let us know what you think in the poll just up there.
And should Juan Mata have been taken off after 65 minutes for Fellaini when he created 7 chances? Probably not.
Also answer that in the comments. Our next winner comes from the Bundesliga, and this week we've got a little bit of a special between the 2 top of the table clubs, Bayern Munich and RB Leipzig. Now, Bayern beat out Augsburg 3-1 this week. It's now 9 games unbeaten for them. They're on 23 points to Leipzig's 21. Now, Bayern were incredibly dominant against Augsburg. They had 67% of the possession and more than twice the number of shots as the home team, with 16 to Augsburg's 7. And actually, it's the second time in 3 days that they've beaten the same team by the same scoreline. They must be sick of the sight of Ancelotti's men.
Yes, Patrice, any hopes of exacting revenge for that same scoreline a week prior were put to bed when Robert Lewandowski scored a fantastic opener with great work from Arjen Robben down the right. He cuts in, he feeds Robert Lewandowski a ball at pace. He takes a great touch and he bangs it in the top, ending his mini drought of 5 league games without a goal. He actually got a double in this game. Arjen Robben got 2 assists, and he also, Lewandowski repaid the favour by setting up Arjen Robben, who had a very productive game actually. He made 6 key passes in this game, which was twice that of anyone else, and he only played 75 minutes before being replaced by Kimmich, maybe showing his age a little bit. He also got 2 assists, he got a goal, he had multiple take-ons, he had a very good afternoon. And in fact, Dirk Schuster's men They went from a 4-2-3-1 to a 4-5-1 very quickly, and it was just damage limitation from then on impact.
It was indeed, but before we come to our second German team in the winners category, we've got to take a trip back over to our losers.
Our next losers are Frank de Boer's Inter Milan, who slumped to a 1-0 defeat thanks to a goal from ex-international Quagliarella. Now this is a team, Pat, who've been beat 4-1 by Juventus last week, so thoroughly smashed there, and they've only won 1 in their previous 7, so it's not even an in-form side. Inter now haven't won a league game in 5 attempts. This is desperate stuff from Frank de Boer's men, although they did hit the woodwork twice, so a little bit unlucky.
Yeah, it was quite an evenly contested game. There were 3 shots on target from both sides. Inter edged the possession with 54%. This was a reversion to de Boer's favoured 4-3-3, which was probably as a result of Gary Medel's suspension, which lasts until next week, thanks to a cheeky elbow against Atalanta. But de Boer can't do a lot about his front 6 being this poor. Candreva and Icardi completed no take-ons between them. They failed to get through that defence, while on the other side, Eder was a little live wire. He actually managed 5 successful dribbles, and it was a surprise when he was hauled off in the second half. Now, Icardi, not a great performance from him, and he really needs to be on fire at the moment with his popularity at an all-time low, thanks to his beef with the Inter Milan Ultras. But is Frank de Boer safe? They keep saying if he doesn't win this game, he's going. If he doesn't win that game, he's going. And yet he's still here. Let us know in the comments below how long you think he's going to last. As promised, we return to the Bundesliga with our final winner. It's RB Leipzig, who beat Darmstadt 2-0 away from home.
Yes, Pato, the most hated club in Germany, were thoroughly dominant, outpassing their opponents by more than twice the amount and getting in a monstrous 21 crosses. This is actually pretty indicative of the way that Hasenhüttl's team is set up. They start out very narrow, they actually set up as a 4-2-2-2, but then when they go forward, they're this fluid, attacking monster with the likes of Forsberg on one wing and Naby Keita on the other. Now, Naby Keita got 5 dribbles in this game and made 4 tackles as well, showing the dynamism of the player. He's got both sides of the game. But, Pato, Poulsen had a goal wrongly chalked offside in the first half. It was actually a super sub who made the difference.
It was indeed. Sabitzer got both goals after coming on in the 51st minute. He had 4 shots and he bagged half of them. Now, the first one was set up by Timo Werner, who actually had a 48% pass accuracy in this game. Now, that might be because he's a bad passer, but it also might be because he's playing very risky balls. But it paid off in this game. And then the second assist came from Oliver Burke, their big summer signing, who'd only been on for 10 minutes, whipped it in for the second. Great subs by Ralf Hasenhüttl, and now Leipzig are firmly ensconced in that second place, way above Dortmund, who are down in a lowly 8th. But can they challenge Bayern for the title? Will they finish above Dortmund? Let us know in the comments below.
Our last losers takes us over to Portugal, where Porto drew 0-0 with Vitoria settable, despite having 21 attempts to Vitoria's 2. Wow. Now, they are 5 points behind Benfica, who won 3-0 at the weekend, making this result all the more imperative. Now, this is a team, Pato, who finished 3rd last year, 13 points behind Sporting in 2nd. Is this the start of another disappointing season?
Well, Benfica have won their last 3 titles, and Porto have not won the league since 2012-13. Those 2 teams actually play each other next weekend at Porto. They've become very reliant on Andre Silva this season. He scored 7 and assisted 1 of their 18 league goals. However, they have conceded just 4 in their 9 league games. That's still an excellent defensive record. And young 19-year-old Diogo Jota, who's on loan from Atletico Madrid, has been very, very good with 3 goals and 2 assists in just 3 league games. He seems like a bright spot, but can they pull it round? Will this young team gel and romp to the title, or will they fail yet again? Let us know what you think in the comments below.
Right, guys, before we go, we're going to do some shout-outs. I'm going to do the winners. I've got Balotelli in Nice. He scored his 7th league goal of the campaign so far in their 4-1 victory over Nantes. And you've got AC Milan and Donnarumma. They beat Pescara 1-0, moving up to 3rd. And Donnarumma has now, Pato, kept the most clean sheets in Europe. And he's f***ing 17.
That is
over to you.
That's unbelievable stuff. I'm not sure I can follow that, but Feyenoord drew 2-2 and saw Ajax and PSV gain ground on them, while Samir Nasri, who's been in such sensational form for Sevilla, suffered a hamstring injury and might well sit out for the next couple of months.
So that's the end of the show, guys. Have we missed anybody out? Let us know in the comments below.
Now, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to check out our top 10 great players who turned into terrible managers.
Oh, it's a good one. And as ever, don't forget to like and subscribe.
Catch you next time.